Hi Virgo. We are going to talk about career and money. While I'm shuffling the cards, I just want to remind you that on Tuesday nights I do influencer interviews, and that's at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, live on this channel. 10 o'clock Saturday morning Central Standard Time, live on this channel. We talk to you guys. Somebody from out there in YouTube land will jump on with me, and we will talk about their spiritual journey or whatever is on their mind. So if you want to participate in that, email me at spiritmailtarot@gmail.com, and we will get you and put your name in the hat. Everybody will have a chance. I just can't promise when. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my friends here at Spirit Mail. And I thank you for tarot as a tool. Please show me clearly what are the energies that Virgo will be navigating as it relates to career and money. I thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity. And I thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Look, we have positive movement forward. We have suffering in silence, and we have shadow. Okay, quite interesting. We're going to get the overall message, the overall theme of this message from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck, and then we will pull the clarifiers. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you for your blessings on this deck, and I thank you for showing us clearly what is the overall theme of this message. We thank you for love, light, prosperity, clear and concise messages, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay. It is wishing well. It's pretty interesting. I'm excited about this. Okay, Virgo, let's see what's going on with you guys. Wishing well. It's a 4 and an 8. So for me, the 4 talks about firm foundations. The 8, for me, is synonymous with success. And then whenever you add them together, you get 4 plus 8 is 12, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So you get a 3, and for me, that's collaboration with spirit. So let's see what it says. 48. Desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachments to the ownership of it. Ugh. I can't believe I just did that. I put the book down. It's like, there's nothing left to say after that. Okay. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration. And sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It's an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The wishing well card awakes you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your intention, and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Then trust in spirit. Prepare to be amazed. I love this. Virgo, I can't wait to hear in the comments what you guys have going on. We're going to go ahead and get the clarifiers. Find out. I feel like I see it in these cards. You have an 8 on the board, again, synonymous with success. You have a 9 on the board, which is, for me, it's kind of like graduating. And then you have an 18, which is a 1 plus an 8, which equals 9. And again, we're graduating a cycle. And the 18 is the moon. So we're going to see what's going on here. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for showing us the energies on the board. Show us clearly what's the context. We're looking for clarification on positive movement forward, suffering in silence, and the shadow work. Show me, I say the shadow work, it's called the shadow. What's the clarification? So with positive movement forward, we have the Knight of Cups. With suffering in silence, wow, we have the King of Cups. And with the shadow, we have celebration. Okay, this is pretty powerful. So I feel like recently, and again, we've got this wishing well. So recently, either you've had an idea, or perhaps you've already started something that you felt like was an idea from spirit, or a gut feeling that this is what you should do, or just something you desired to do, or else you have a desire to do something, right? And this talks about dropping your coin in the wishing well. Take your steps and then drop your coin in the wishing well and watch for spirit to bring you the results, right? So when we do that, we experience positive movement forward. And this right here is the Knight of Cups. Now, in a love reading, this would be somebody's coming in with an offer of love, or, moving forward with the next step in the relationship or whatever. But I feel like this is saying, in this case, this is spirit moving you forward. See in this picture, this is what I love about this picture. This water's smooth, right? The sails are set and they're headed toward the sun. So for me, that means that they're keeping their eyes and their ears peeled to the guidance of spirit. And there's no motor, which means there's no mechanical action on your part. Not that you're not doing things, but it's like you're not the one who has to push the boat forward. You set your sails and you trust that it's spirit moving the boat, the wind, right? It's the wind, it's spirit moving this boat, moving this sailboat in the direction of the sun. And it's something that fills you up, right? It's something that really makes you feel like it's your baby. And whether it's a special project at work, or whether it's a new project that you're starting on the side, or a whole new business that you're starting or have started, I feel like it's been moving in a positive direction for you, and you're filled up with it, right? So I feel like they've got some little bit of like a little warning for you, because this is the same card as the Nine of Swords, okay? And the Nine of Swords is about unfounded worry. But I love that these two cards come out together, because in this deck, whenever I look at this deck, I see that she has taken some steps. She's been through the worry before. She doesn't worry anymore, right? She suffers in silence, which means she doesn't go around talking to her friends, telling the same old story over and over again. Well, I did this and that didn't happen, and I did this and that didn't happen, and I get to work a half an hour early, and I stay there till midnight sometimes, and it's like nobody cares, nobody rewards me. She doesn't tell that story out loud anymore. She does what she does. She doesn't hold on to the attachments of it, and she seeks. See, she's leaning forward. She seeks, again, the direction of spirit. But because it's showing up, I feel like it is almost like a warning that this is something that you could fall back on. You could tend to want to allow your mind to go there, where you start to focus on those things again. And I feel like Spirit's saying, no, 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 Virgo, you have accomplished this already. See, this king, he already understands about detaching from his emotions. Whenever he has a contract that he loses to a competitor, right? He doesn't take it personally. He doesn't. Even if it was personal, he doesn't take it personally, because he understands how that backs him up on this stoop, right? It brings him back down to a place that he doesn't want to be. He didn't get here just like that. He's been through some stuff, so he gets it. This card talks about setting your desire and then releasing yourself from the attachment of it, right? So don't be so concerned with the outcome. This is about trusting that Spirit has your best interests at heart. And if that contract fell through, it's because there's a better contract to come. I hate whenever people give cliches like that, But you know, whenever you start doing this kind of work, you kind of understand where those cliches come from. My mom used to say, when one door closes, it's because God's opening a window so you can fly out of. That kind of stuff. And it's kind of the same thing. Whenever these things happen, the worst thing we can do is get caught up in our head, in the self-sabotaging thought, right? So I feel like there's something coming up that's going to be your graduation, where you're going to finally be able to put that kind of thought process to rest for good in your life. And you're going to graduate into this kingship where, and it's not, I'm getting all excited because they're just saying something. And it's not that they're testing you. It's for you to be able to see it in action and play it out in action and see the difference for yourself, like in real life. Like you get it. Like now you can put on that graduation cap, the crown. I was going to say crown and cap, and I said crap, I'm sorry. But now you can put on that graduation cap, the crown, because you've graduated from this, right? So the other thing they're saying is, here's the shadow, here's the moon, right? It's the same card as the moon. So sometimes in the darkness, we feel stifled and we feel like we don't know which way to do. But I feel like Spirit's saying, trust this light. When we don't know the next step, it doesn't give us cause to go back to this worry. What it says is trust that this intuition that you have, even though you can't see it, even though you can't see the result. It's kind of like when we're pregnant. I think this talked about being pregnant. It's kind of like when we're pregnant. It's like this new idea, but I don't see how it works in the end. I don't see how it fulfills itself in the end. But trust, because when we're pregnant, we can imagine the birth, but we don't really know what's going to happen during that birth. So we have a choice. We can take that 9 months and worry the whole time that something's going to go wrong during the delivery, or we can take that entire 9 months and be grateful for the life that's growing inside of us and be grateful for each step along the way that happens. So it's like this is about trusting your intuition and staying in that mindset of this right here. Now, I'm not saying worship the sun. I'm saying allow yourself to be guided by the light, by the light of your Creator, by the light of the moon, and you have cause to celebrate in the end, because you understand, because you realize. Remember, I said you have the 8, which is synonymous with success, and you have the 9 for me is graduation. Then you have the 1 plus the 8, which is 9. So you're graduating to this and understanding it in a way that you've never really understood it before. And then you have the 4 and the 8, which equals 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And for me, that's collaboration with Spirit. There's your 3. It's like you're going to be able to celebrate with Spirit. You're going to be able to celebrate with God and your Holy Spirit and whoever else you work with, the angels, the archangels, all that stuff, because this is truly a graduation for you, and things are going to be moving in a much smoother way. Not that you're never going to have a hiccup, but it's never going to affect you the way that it has in the past. I love that. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for Virgo. I thank you for their journey. I thank you for what they've been through and where they're headed. Please show me clearly, what is the PS? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay. There's that moon card again, okay? So I feel like what they're saying is you kind of almost feel a test coming, and it's not the universe testing you. It's almost like your higher self, or you and your ego, your true self and your ego are kind of struggling a little bit, and it's like you're finally gonna overcome that ego that tells you anything that you might take personally, that it's something about taking things personally. You're just gonna leave that behind for good. Look, and you've got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about curiosity and truly like the student going to learn things. And this is about learning. Remember, I've said graduated. This is a graduation time for you. So, and the page is curious and ready to learn and ready to enact the things that they learn. So you're going to be able to slice things out of your life that no longer serve you, like self-sabotaging talk, like whenever we lose the contract to our competitor and we think, well, what was wrong? Why didn't they like me? Why didn't they take mine? They just must not like me. So-and-so or that person talked bad about me and that's how I lost that. You know, no more of that stuff. No more of that stuff at all. And then you've got the Eight of Pentacles, right? Again, another student. But this student, they prosper from the lessons that they've learned. Not only do they prosper with all those pentacles, not only do they prosper from the lessons that they learned, but the lessons that they learned, they walk it out in their life, and their life becomes like a teacher. Their life teaches others to be able to incorporate those same types of understandings into their life. It's like your life gives other people's life permission, to live in their wholeness and in their truth too. I love this, Virgo. I hope it made sense to you. Let me know in the comments. All the likes, the shares, subscribes, the ringing the bell, the comments, the passersby, all of it. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you next time. And until then, have a super duper day. Bye.